Hello.
Hola, buenas noches, bienvenidos
Welcome
en
to the
vivo.
podcast. Why is it so loud from this mic?
Oh, yeah, that does sound pretty loud.
This mic. Wow, you're loud too. Hello, 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 hello,
Hola.
hello, 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 hello,
Head on.
hello, 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 hello. Hank,
Holla, holla. Yes, sir. Oh, wait, that went down too much.
hey, what do you think about the economy?
Uh, Man, I wish people would be focusing more on making craft methamphetamines instead of craft beer. I think the
You
economy would be
think
better.
you think that we should do more crazy drugs?
Maybe. We were a better country when we were crystallizing Sudafed, not turning banana breads into IPAs. That's my opinion.
Banana breads into IPAs. So you wish for the 90s to come back.
Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, man.
Wow.
That was a good time.
What do you like so much about Aaron Carter and
You killed me with that.
pixie dust? What is
Pix-
that called? The sugar, little packets
Pixie
of
stick.
sugar? Pixie stick.
Yeah, man. That was the gateway to drugs for me, man. I used to pretend that was like coke that I was doing. Then like a few months later, I was actually doing coke.
Oh, a few months. So
Yeah,
you
from
went
like
from
I think I started that substance in like 8th grade.
pixie dust?
Yeah, pixie dust and then coke. Eighth grade.
Great. That was a crazy eighth grade. You went from 0 to 100.
Nah, not yet. Back then the coke was a little better than it is now. I feel like back then we had real cocaine. Now it's like just like ketamine nowadays. It ain't the real ketamine, dog.
So you went from pixie dust to real cocaine.
That's right. I guess
That's a lot.
there's a
What
lot.
happened?
My life has been a lot. What happened? Summer school happened. I think that's when I did it. I got kicked out of summer school for being high on mushrooms and laughing my ass off. Me and my friend Kevin. There was a
Sounded
Sonic.
like it started before summer school. If you're doing
Yeah, true.
summer school and doing mushrooms at summer school. I never did mushrooms or summer school.
Yeah, I was retarded, so I did summer school.
Retardo.
Retardado, like my people would say.
I think that you should do whatever you want to do.
Thanks, dog. I feel that I should too, and I feel like you should do the same thing too.
Retardo.
Are you deleting that or something?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
None of this is going out.
I'm in trouble.
We're
I
just
figured.
having a private conversation.
Yeah, I figured.
Just kidding. It's going out.
Yo, so how do you feel about the? Oh,
Then N words?
no, what are you talking about? No, the Namibians,
Nah.
the
Boobians.
Nubians, nah, Namibia. The people from Namibia, the country.
Namibia.
They're Namibians, right?
Namibia.
Namibia.
Have you ever had a nebimectomy?
Nah,
It's where you get
dude.
all your Namibians parts cut out. That's what they say.
Ooh,
If you're a Namibian immigrant and
then
you're acting too white, they're like, "Oh, he had a nebimectomy,
get that shit out.
namibamectomy,
Damn.
namibamectomy, namibamectomy,
Nabebamectomy,
namibamectomy,
nabebamectomy,
namibamectomy,
nabebamectomy, nabebamectomy,
namibamectomy,
nabebamectomy.
namibamectomy." That's what they have in Korea. It's called a Koreanectomy.
What do they call it for Native Americans?
They say you're not real. You're probably just Mexican.
Back to the reservation.
They say you don't exist anymore as a people.
That's right.
We exterminated you quite ruthlessly.
Straight up.
It's like, oh yeah, they wrote like Native Americans are scum and we should exterminate them. But it's like to actually have your president say that is like a whole nother level.
Yeah. It's there's only two countries in the history of the world that have required citizens to measure their blood quantum, and that was Nazi Germany, and second was the United States with Native Americans.
Well, Hitler got a lot of his ideas from
Extermination of the Native Americans.
Americans
Yeah, that's a fact, sir.
and British concentration camps. They're the first to have concentration camps, the British in Africa somewhere.
Oh,
Germany was
interesting.
sort of late to the
Yeah.
imperialism game.
I would guess it was like the Dutch, but I think that because I just think of like King Leopold and how horrible he was, but I'm sure he
Yeah.
wasn't the first one.
I'm sure that he wasn't. He was just doing what everyone then back then was doing. It was like,
Abuse.
hey, if I don't cut off these people's hands,
Somebody else will,
yeah.
and they won't get the rubber.
Yeah. You know who got most of the benefits from that is his mistress
Yeah,
who
how
was
so?
milking him. She was just fucking him and taking all his money. So all these poor fucking Congolese were working
Damn.
for the queen, for this bitch
For
to
the
do
not even
God
the
knows
queen, the
what.
mistress, dog, the bitch that will never be queen. Look,
But the thing is, like back then, they didn't have good shit. They didn't have like DoorDash, so she was spending money on like silk cots
yeah,
from
fucking
China and
bring
shit.
out silk from Turkey. Who needs that?
So like, yeah, like I bet it
Damascus
did a
steel
lot for her.
blades from Syria.
That
Who needs
would have been
that?
dope. I don't think she was into that.
You never know.
So how was your night comedy wise?
Comedy wise, it was all right, man. I quit at the end, so I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. I went to challenge
Well, that's a
Mike.
good time to quit. Is at the end.
Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't quit at the middle,
true,
but every
true.
end could have been a middle if you didn't quit.
It was fun though, man. I went to challenge Mike, and then I did. I went over to Anderson Mill.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Back to my roots.
Anderson Mill.
Yeah, you gotta go see Mike Hudak every
Is
now and
that
then.
where the guy went in with a gun
Yes,
and
sir.
shot 3 bullets, missed
He
every single one?
I don't think the gun went off. I think
I think it did.
okay. Either way, yes, that is where the guy went and didn't kill nobody and then left.
It was such beta energy. No, he got tackled. He got
Oh, did he?
arrested. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Okay, maybe. It
There
may
was
be
a
multiple
video.
times. It may be multiple times at this place. It has that energy.
Anderson Mill Pub. Yeah, it's
Hell
like
yeah.
people, that's where people are. It's like a pub for people. It's in a strip mall.
Bro,
There's no public
that's where
transit there.
people are. That is, you're not lying. Like
That's
downtown,
who,
yeah,
that's a thermometer.
yeah,
It's like a core sample. Just, oh, look, this is
the
people.
heartbeat of America's people.
Yeah,
Pulse.
that's who, that they're not faking anything.
No,
They're
they're not.
there because
That's why I like that room.
that's the best place for them to be at that
But
point
I
in their
couldn't stay
life.
there till 1 o'clock in the morning to do
It was a
3 minutes.
long list.
It was a long. I was man. I just signed up too
That
late.
was the audience.
Same as always. The same 5 regulars, and then the same 30 comics that want to see
Who
you
are the
fail.
regulars that go to this open mic
I have
who
no.
don't do comedy and have very sad lives in the middle
I
of?
have no
I
idea.
hope they live near that pub. I hope they're not
I'm
commuting
pretty sure they
to
do.
be near that
I
pub.
appreciate them for being there, but I have no idea what they do. I
You're
thought
not curious? You didn't ever think about doing crowd work?
not at that place. I don't think they're with it. They're turned around.
Yeah, that's a good crowd at Anderson Mill. If it's bad, then hey, I don't even care what you fucking talking
We're
about.
playing pub, bitch. Like, yeah, it was. Yeah.
Anderson Mill. There's always an Anderson Mill in every city
Every
you go
town. In
to.
San Antonio, it's called the Elbow Room.
In Seattle, it's called the Space Needle.
Ah.
What if that's what if we use the Space Needle for like a good public use? Like you could just go to the Space Needle and just, do things that actual humans do, not just tourists. Like
What, dude?
imagine if there was an Anderson Mill pub at the top of the Space Needle.
Okay, I
Or
wouldn't want to
like
go there.
why not? You don't want to be around dangerous people with one escape path
No,
and a
at high
giant
altitude.
window.
That
Uh-oh.
is the doorbell.
Yeah, you want to do a solo?
I sure. Are
We
we? Are
should
you?
open the thing
Are
from
you
here.
live? Are there people on?
Yes, there's people watching.
Oh yeah, dude. Y'all want to see me roll
Is
a
this
blunt?
really live right now?
All right. Shit. Well, you go get the door. I might roll a blunt. Nah, man. Go down. I'm gonna say some shit, man.
I'm gonna open it from here.
I'm gonna hijack the podcast.
Tulip pad. You can't. You want to smoke?
Sure. I gotta roll it.
Hey. Yes. Come up the stairs. Don't be weird.
Yeah, you fucking Norwegian.
More like horror region.
Oh shit, we got one of those, huh?
Yeah. This is Andreas. Be careful.
Damn, dog.
This is kind of like a janky setup. Calm down.
Cool earrings.
Didn't you get a bigger table?
Nah, why would we?
No,
This
it's perfect.
is good enough, dog. This is good enough for King Arthur.
Stand for
Yeah.
manly and masculine.
Riz is sort of like a redneck that lives in Norway.
Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up. Where is Norway on the map?
that's really American of you to say.
No.
It's not by Russia.
That's what I was gonna ask. And as far as like the because there's two dicks up north hanging down because that's what your country is, right? It looks like a fucking just like a flaccid penis. So which one is it? Is it the one? Like, he answered it.
Main dick.
The main soft dick. Cool.
Ocean,
Cool.
Atlantic Ocean.
How do you feel about
Denmark is the one that everyone thinks sounds funny, right?
What?
Danish, Denmark people.
They're-
It's not completely even. See the thing? No.
I think so.
Just relax. Just say anything you want right now.
How do you feel about the Jews?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't do it.
He's fucking trapping me. Look at them eyes.
Nice.
This is not the guy I want to do a podcast with. What's your name, man?
Hank,
Hank.
Yeah.
Andreas.
you smell like a Norwegian truck stop.
What the fuck? Am I getting ropes?
He's drink a lot. He's a drinker, I think.
Oh, you do?
You want a drink? Should I go get drinks?
Yeah, I can get it with a drink. Yeah. In Norway, we're like Irish of the North.
Oh, okay. That puts it into perspective for me.
Yeah.
In Norway.
So what do you think about The Northmen? Have you seen it?
Yeah, that's TV show.
The movie.
Not
The movie.
Is
The Northman.
I thought it was Norseman.
Norseman.
Is Norseman something else?
It's like a TV show.
That's what I thought.
This one with Alexander Skarsgård. Skarsgård.
What are the who are the Mexicans in Norway? Muslims,
Muslims?
but they gotta have a country.
How did they get there?
Are they Moroccans? Many?
Many Moroccans. Yeah.
We're about to get a lot more ever since that damn earthquake just
Shook them up. Hey, get out of there.
Hey,
So, what about like from
you look like
the
a regular that goes to
European
Morocco.
area?
Yeah.
You went to Morocco?
Look at him. Look at his
You
fucking
look
earrings.
like you would hate the Moroccans.
He hates it, but he still goes.
Why
He
is
stays
your
at
mic
hospital.
not on?
I booked a trip when I was drunk.
Is that better?
Yeah, sounds better.
Yeah, you booked a trip when you were drunk.
Yeah, and I woke up and like, oh fuck, I'm going to Morocco.
Tomorrow?
That was like 4 days.
Damn.
Yeah, but I went to surf.
Surf.
Yeah.
Surf?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. I didn't know they had beaches, like surfing beaches.
I was pretty good at surf. They're
Yeah?
pretty famous for it. They have really good surf.
Well, I don't know dick about surfing, so
No.
that settles that. The only thing I know about surfing is Rocket Power, the cartoon.
What's that?
Surfing is all about using the energy of the ocean, utilizing it efficiently instead of bleeding it off to the sides. You got to use it, and then you can feel the ocean moving underneath you.
And that's a kind of fucking deep explanation.
When you said that,
I was just trying to
blacked-
use my physics.
I blacked
Yeah.
out and I just heard
It's an
Bruce
Asian way
Lee-
to describe.
Bruce Lee say, "Be like water, like a water, be water, my friend."
What is
Life
like
is like a wave.
a wave
Water
of
in a teapot,
pussy?
it becomes the teapot. You put water in a.
I like that one.
That's
That's a
it.
good one. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. It makes me get up in the morning. You know.
Be like water.
Yeah.
Water on a bed, it becomes the
Oh,
bed.
shit, I got
Yeah.
to piss.
Sleep in the bed. Water in the bed. Some people are into that. Pee play.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I used to be.
P-play used to be. What happened?
We all have our
She
friends.
wasn't hydrated.
You moved up to poop
Pee.
play.
Don't be a fucking.
Oh,
Yeah, come on.
Pee sheet. What is Norway like with the trans stuff? Are they more advanced or less advanced than America?
We have too few trans. Yeah.
It's like a small city, right? It's like a family.
How,
Yeah,
how would
really.
you rate your trans? Like, are they like 8, 6s?
No, like when you meet trans here, they're pretty hot. They look like fucking women, but in Norway, it's just like a fucking guy with a beard just making a statement.
They don't have a good culture. They don't have a rich tapestry of trans to draw
We're
from.
pretty liberal, like, but we don't have like,
Black people.
You don't have enough weirdos.
yeah, we have black people, but they're Somalian,
Oh, okay.
so they don't do gangster rap.
Somalian.
They just steal.
Somalian.
Yeah,
They just try to steal your boat.
yeah.
They just get angry at you for polluting their natural waterways, and then they take it
Right.
out by.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm a sailor actually, so I was supposed to. My dream was to like sail through the canal.
And shoot.
Yeah, and shoot some
Pirates.
yeah, shoot pirates.
That's
I never
awesome.
That's
got
a cool dream, man.
Yeah.
You definitely have the haircut for that dream.
Hell yeah, dude. How long you been doing comedy?
I think it's coming up on 6 years now.
Why do I feel like I just saw you recently?
She was on Kill Tony. He was on Kill Tony.
It hasn't come out yet, though, right?
No.
Okay, that's why.
Oh, you were at the show?
I'm always
Yeah,
at
he's always
yeah.
at the show.
yeah.
He's always watching,
I'm
like
there
a
since
Oh,
pervert.
he's the guy in the shadow. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the big shadow.
Overcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you look
He's
from
the Sam Tallent's shadow. It's professionally.
Jesus Christ.
What? He's
Shut up.
smaller than you.
No, he's not.
Really?
He's
You
actually
guys are similar.
kind of. All right, maybe he's like a weight.
You're taller than
I'm
him.
a little taller. No, I actually think he's taller.
Okay, it's not a contest.
Who knows? It's not. That dude's hilarious, though.
He killed it tonight.
Did he? I wish I
I'm
would.
not even going to reveal any of his bits because that would be
My bits?
comedically bad.
I hate
You want to
that.
scoot over towards me a little bit? That one is a little janky. You good now?
Yeah.
Okay, you can shove some of those cards under there. Figure. Use some of your
Think on the
Norwegian
thing.
public education to figure it out.
How is the school over there? Do y'all play games like Smear the Queer?
Smear the queer. Do you have to explain that one? Smear.
It's like tag, but involuntarily.
You just suck a guy off. Smear the queer.
Kinda.
Smear the queer cum all over your face.
We do like tag, but
I
it's
know.
like tag you're it, and if you don't give it to somebody within 20 seconds, you're gay, and you have to go home and you have to jerk off to gay porn.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So
My type of country.
Yeah.
So
we get in fights and shit.
Oh, y'all are scrappy? Y'all fight?
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah. Like I have
Not
one tattoo.
everyone in Norway is a pussy.
Like that.
You have one tattoo.
Yeah.
And it says
What
fight.
is it?
says
Fight?
It says fight.
Well, the thing about Norway is that's like in the Scandinavian areas, a lot of death metal and like heavy metal people
Yeah.
come because they're so happy that they have to produce sadness for no reason.
Yeah, but then when they go off stage, they go home and they drink tea.
What you
and
talking?
fucking- Yeah,
Playing
Healthcare is nice.
yeah. They're not hardcore. Oh, we had that one guy who shot himself, and
Hell yeah.
and they put it on the album cover. And I was like, yeah, Norway. I was like,
Norway.
that's cool.
What's your claim to fame? Do you guys have like a time of the year where everyone's cheering for Norway? Like,
Yeah.
Germany has the World Cup.
We have Independence Day.
What is Independence Day?
We got independent from the Union, and like
Soviet Union?
we got our own like law and shit. So like one day a year, 17th of May, the whole is like insane.
Party time.
Yeah, it's like the whole country. It's like
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
17th of May. So it's like Soviet Union. So 89, 90 was when you get independence.
you gotta ask some other questions, man.
You don't want to talk about this?
No, it's
We don't want to know. You don't know.
and now if
He's a supremacist.
no, but
He doesn't want to have to start.
I don't know what's going on right now.
I felt some beguile coming wild.
No, he would
Mm.
never.
no, I would never. I'm a nice
not-
guy. Don't make me look like a fucking.
You just look. You don't look like the
Listen,
nicest guy.
You just look like something.
yeah, but if I have your hair, I would constantly doing this. Like,
You're a
trying to
nervous Nancy.
yeah, it fucks me up.
You're
I
an
just take a-
anxious.
yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I can't deal with hair. I gotta
No.
focus on
That's why I wear a
my
hat also.
manifesto.
Take it out.
Yeah.
So you don't want to talk about Norway?
Yeah, I can talk about Norway. Like, what do you guys think about Norway? You think we ride on polar bears?
I wish that we could adopt a lot of their policies and the way they look at life because they're actually trying to make a country that they can live in.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
we
a
also
different
have a lot
concept.
of money, so it's pretty easy to.
Where'd that money come from?
Oil.
Well, America, we have quite a bit of money as well.
Yeah,
quite a
but
bit
you have a
more.
lot of people.
Per
also.
capita, I don't know. Let's measure.
We're like one American city, and we have
Also, y'all don't have stars and stripes. How many countries need to have a flag with a cross on it?
yeah, all the Christians one should.
Yeah, it's no, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Man, don't talk bad about the cross. It's my flag, man.
Stars and stripes, baby.
Stars and stripes. But this is the Lone Star State, so
1 star.
1 star. You don't call it Lone Star?
Lone Star reviews on
Lone
Yelp.
Star reviews. You know where the Lone Star came from?
Yeah.
Jose Antonio Garza,
Mm.
a relative of Hank Garza, a descendant.
Yeah.
Jose Antonio Garza,
You mean your
my
ancestor?
ancestor. Yeah, I fucked that one up.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Jose Antonio Garza came up with printed. He made coins for the Republic of Texas. Actually, I think this was before we were even no, this is before the Republic of Texas. This was like in 1813. He put a one star on a coin, and that was the like like our money, and that's where it
Wow.
comes from.
Okay.
They try to
Seriously.
they try to whitewash. See, a lot of things that happens with Texas history. People think that Texas didn't exist before the white man came here. Like, oh,
Yeah.
a white man came here, and then everything else came
But it
here.
wasn't cool though.
Yeah,
What was it before the whites?
it was part of New Spain. It was always called Texas. Even in New Spain, it was a province of New Spain called it was called Texas y Coahuila. Texas.
That's oh,
Yeah,
I'm glad they changed it.
I'm
So
glad
you
it
could
is
say,
there.
well,
Yeah, man.
I mean, Spanish people, they just came here. They just owned everything. They made everyone speak their language. They killed babies. They raped everybody. They made
That's not really the way
Colombians
to-
sexy. Well, yeah, but
Kind of, but
not in Texas. But I was talking about like South America.
true, very true.
Middle
They
America.
fucked up South America for that silver.
Yeah. But it's kind of crazy how everyone speaks Spanish now. They're
Here-
very successful.
Here in Texas, what they got freedom in Texas, and the reason why I say they got freedom was there was no cattle business in the world prior to like for the Spaniards prior to them coming here. And then instead of them like, well, there's a new avenue. It's like, well, shit, cattle and horses were worth so much money back in the day. I mean,
Yeah.
still now, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
back then, yeah.
But I actually thought like this is what I actually thought. It was called the Lone Star.
The Lone Star State.
Yeah, but it was because like you had this deal that you can break out of.
That's a myth. That we can secede whenever.
Deal.
Yeah, it's
It
a
was
myth.
a much more fun story, though.
It is a fun story. Then there's another one that Texas is the only state that could fly their flag the same height as the American flag because we used to be a country. And I was like, it's like partial truth.
It's more of an idea. It's like a essence, a vibe of Texas.
Yeah,
I think Texas is very different.
very has always been, always evolving. Texas is always evolving. I heard a quote about Texas, and I'm trying to apply it to comedy. The quote was, and it wasn't so much about Texas. It was just talking about living in Texas, which they were calling the frontier. Living in the frontier, you have the luxury and the duty to change things, like just to change things.
What do you mean by frontier? Like you're fighting
So-
the Mexican border? Or?
Well, back in the day, when this was New Spain, this was the end of New Spain.
Ah, okay.
This was the edge of New Spain, and then
Oh, the other way.
and
like,
then when Texas broke off from Spain, then we were the furthest from America. Then it's like, oh, that's as far out. So we've always been on the edge.
yeah,
There's I don't want to turn this into a history podcast, but
yeah, but it's getting to it. But I find it amusing to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to correct me about the Spanish because you felt so strongly. So what do they do here? They just left it alone, and then America took it over.
It was actually no,
Spanish didn't rape anyone here.
they did. They raped a lot.
That's what I was saying. Why did you have to correct me then?
Nah, not really raped a lot here. I shouldn't say that. They tried to
I
convert.
guess you're just.
Yeah, I'm trying to back. What was I trying to?
Well,
A lot of the colleges,
If you
a lot of the
know-
colleges for missions, for like Spanish missions, a lot of the things they got were done here. So like the missions in San Antonio, or no, if I'm fucking it up, but there was a college. One of the missions in Tech was a college for the rest of the Spanish Empire. So like this is where we learn to convert people. This is where you learn to rape.
so this is like West Point of rape.
Yeah, there we go.
A rape college. Yeah.
I believe we call that Duke University. Oh,
Whoa, those guys were found innocent.
they were. That's right.
That's
Shout out lacrosse.
hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't think
Um,
anyone was going to get that reference.
Well, the thing is that you know, the whole thing about Texas is that it's just sort of like, hey, are you gonna fucking build public transit, or are you just gonna have massive sprawl
Nope,
everywhere?
massive sprawl.
You should build like public transit.
That's gay.
Coming from like fuck yeah, but in Norway it's like
What are you gonna do
I
when?
get, I get around so easily. If I have a car,
How
I
easily?
would go slower than I just took the bus.
Oh.
If you're in Norway, I'm like, you go over there. It would be like, okay, that's so easy for me to go over there.
You ain't
Yeah.
driving 75 miles an hour on Norway though.
No, you
But
drive
everything's
really slow
closer
because
together.
It's all turns. It's all turns. Like there's just like fucking mountains and tunnels everywhere. So it's just like if we go an air distance, the same you do here, you do 1 hour, we do 8 hours, because it's just fucking turns everywhere. You gotta
Turns
do
and
ferries.
Turns and burns, baby.
because you got so many mountainous, rocky outcrops.
Yeah. You go over the mountain, and you gotta get on a ferry. You gotta wait 1
Have you
hour.
seen Troll Hunter?
Yeah. You seen that?
Yeah,
That's a good movie.
yeah. It's a movie about trolls.
Oh, I
Uh,
They're
haven't seen it.
huge.
So you watched it? Was it dubbed or did you just watch it with
I watched the.
Yeah, is that Norwegian? Yeah.
However y'all talk.
Thank you.
It's such a harmless accent. It's not.
It is.
It's not sexy.
Not at all.
It's not. It's not French.
No.
Oh.
How do you see? Como de la vu? Oh, I do
Really?
not care about your history. I have my own French history.
There's a lot of French history in Texas too.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is.
There's very little French.
There's a lot of
You're
French
probably gonna tell us about
Tell
that.
us about it.
There's a lot of French history.
I
in
don't
Texas.
believe you.
All right, I'm trying to think. There's so much.
There's a lot of German.
There's German.
Texas.
There's German history too.
This is like in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where it's like every word comes from Greek. Greece. Kimono. Kimono. Have you not seen the movie?
No.
Yeah, like everything is about Texas. Oh, you're from Norway? You know, Texas had a lot of Norwegians here.
Yeah, a lot of guys come up to me and I'm from Norway. It's like, oh, me too, man. It's like because they did this DNA test and they found out like they have answers. Yeah,
Imagine how Irish people feel.
And I tell them like, no. What happened? My great grandfather came over here and he fucking raped your great grandmother. That's what happened. Like you're not Norwegian.
Yeah.
You go to the rape.
Vikings were
Whoa.
first in America.
Oh, it's just me. Did you go to the rape college in Texas? Where is this rape college? I want to go pay homage.
One of the missions, I think it was. Now that I think back, I forget which mission it was. It was called the College of Querétaro.
Querétaro.
Yeah. To go back, they're actually. I hate to sound like this fucking Texasy, but it's the
You
truth.
sound more autistic than me right now.
The reason why there is a province of Texas is because of the French, and I could put that in a nutshell on why. The Spaniards were chasing the Comanches up here,
Who's that? Is it
the Native American
tribe?
Yeah,
They were badass. They
we're
were
trying.
nothing until the horses came, and then they just bonded with them and just started fucking them and learning them.
Very true. So they were raiding the missions in San Antonio. The Spanish government didn't feel like there was any use for the land here in Texas. Like it's just an outpost that we have nothing out there.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Exactly.
Oh,
Then what happened
say that,
was
dude.
these Spaniards got in a fight with these Comanches, and they chased them all the way up to this to the crossing of the Red River. And then what happened was on the other side of the
Right by
Red,
Vulcan?
the street. Yeah, but this is
No, actually,
There's a street.
No,
in,
there's a street called
in
the Red
Austin,
River.
they named
Okay,
their
yeah, okay.
streets for the rivers.
I thought it was outside
in
Vulcan.
order. No, so the Red River would be bordering the state of Oklahoma, like north of Dallas.
Okay.
The town of now it's called Spanish Fort. Ironic, but when the Spanish got there, they were surprised that they saw 2,000 Comanches, and what surprised them the most that there was an outpost in the middle, a log outpost with a French flag flying on top of it. That they sent that news back to Spain, and Spain was like, okay, we have to settle something in Texas because they didn't want the French.
What year was this?
1700s, like the 1700s.
Because Napoleon started doing his thing in 1790s, 1805.
Yeah, this was mid 1700s, if not early 1700s.
Okay, so before Napoleon.
Yes, sir. Napoleon. I can't wait for that movie to come out.
With Joaquin Phoenix.
And your revolution, American Revolution, it was like
1776.
76. French were like, can you help us with our revolution? We're like, nah, we're good.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Even though they helped
Easy
us.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
But you guys, even though like I'm from Norway, America, that's the most funnest part of history. Like you have
America?
interesting
Holocaust?
history.
What
You-
about
You didn't have
Napoleon?
Holocaust. That's the fucking German history. Yeah.
What part of American history?
Not Texas.
Civil
Like
War?
I'm learning
Yeah.
about that right now.
That's like for nerds. That's like the Star Wars nerds of
It's
history.
it's the Northeast, like when it all started.
Oh,
The
the
Revolution.
Jamestown.
Yeah,
Revolutionary War seems so stuffy to me. It's like I can't relate to people that have to load a musket. Like just
can't
hide and shoot.
relate. You can't relate.
I can't relate to that. My
Yeah.
dick's not that big.
Yeah, that's whack.
It's like I don't understand forming lines and marching with your buddies and getting cannonballs through your lines.
No.
I can't picture that. But for me, like Iraq, it's like, oh shit, that makes sense because you have to go building the building. Like if I wanted to kill motherfuckers,
Makes sense.
I would embody that.
Carpet bomb.
Yeah.
But to me, it just seems like this isn't war. This is like listening to classical music
Yeah.
of war.
Yeah.
It's like sport.
But I'm glad that you're into it. Like what?
I'm not into it. Like I don't know anything about. Like I've been through it, but
The Civil War was dope.
yeah, I didn't come here
Hell
because I
yeah,
love the
it was.
history. I came here because I heard about Austin. So I this is the only place
You're
I've
a
been. I didn't.
comedy fan,
Yeah,
comedian.
I should be, but I didn't even know that much. Like
About
I always heard about
Austin?
New York comedy cellar,
yeah.
LA comedy store. Like that's
But you
where
chose to come to Austin because it seems more accessible.
No, I just listened to podcasts and I was like, everybody was talking about Austin, and and the way they were talking about it, it made me feel like
It's like the Norway
I
of
want to see
America.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
You want to see us?
yeah. I want
Yeah,
to
see
see
how hot it
Hans
is.
Kim. I want to. Yeah, and thanks. Like this is pretty cool for me. This is like, yeah. a
It's
dream
pretty
come true.
cool for me too.
Yeah.
It's
Thanks.
cool for all of us,
Cool for me too,
Yeah.
dog.
especially me.
Thanks.
I like that watch you got. I've always been a fan of that watch. Ever
Thanks.
since you got it, that's like my goal. I want
It's my go-to.
Hey, didn't you say you have a Rolex? Is that a Rolex?
Yeah, I did say that I have it because I do have one.
Is that a
I have a
Rolex?
Rolex. Yes,
It's a nice watch.
it's a Submariner.
Oh, it looks. Yeah.
It's
Looks
made by the Rolex company. Looks cheap. Okay.
It's like a regular watch. I thought
Exactly.
Rolex would be like fucking big.
Well, I'm not a fucking cheesy ass rapper.
It's a granny watch.
Okay.
That's cool,
whatever,
though.
dude. This guy just has healthcare. He knows it.
Yeah,
He knows
if they
that-
stab me now, I would still get operated. So, and I won't have to pay.
Let me ask B my friend if he's okay with us just chilling out. Do you have a blunt?
I got it rolling. I think I'm about to leave, dude.
You don't want to smoke?
I got shit, and I don't want to shit at your place.
You're gonna go all the way home to shit? You're just saying that because we're recording this.
No, I'm not. I'm serious. I seriously got a shit.
Our bathrooms are so small in here in our house. The
Are they
toilet,
really?
It's not like the elongated toilet.
That's the little circle.
Yeah, it's like
European?
the touch your dick.
Get
Yeah,
the fuck outta
to the front.
here.
Even me.
You have really big toilets here, actually.
Yeah, I have a bidet in my toilet.
Yeah.
Me too.
Nice.
You need it for what you're doing
Yeah.
and for what I'm doing. I don't even have that big of an ass. I just like doing it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just keep it in.
I think the record I have is like 117 seconds for
Huh?
if consecutively just
Keeping it on?
Yeah, keeping it on in my asshole. Just,
I just do it all the time. I don't even turn it off.
Time it?
yeah.
My shit has
After a while, I was like, how long is this?
Now I'm gonna break your record. It's like,
it's easy.
Easy, yeah.
You just have to turn the intensity a little
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah.
can you use your hands to push it back in?
Push what back in?
The poop.
Nah.
What does that have to do with bidets? You can just do that anytime.
I feel like my bidet works like like it breaks up the shit in the hole as it's coming out, just breaks it up, and then it's easier. So I don't really
Oh,
push.
no.
I'm like, oh, that's nice. And I like to smoke too while I shit. So when I cough, it just
Okay, yeah.
yeah, one solid motion, and it masks the smell. So it's like, dude, I'm doing like 3 things in one.
Fuck yeah.
But no, I may not leave right now, but maybe in a little bit, I might just.
Clock
fucking
is
dance,
ticking.
dude. My leg is shaking.
Okay. Wow.
No, I'm not just saying that. I don't want to be a dick, but
But it's good
Well,
practice.
should I? Do you want to smoke the blunt?
that might help. That actually might help. It might help if
Whatever we got to do to help you, Hank.
But doesn't like your asshole become looser when you smoke weed?
I would be not my asshole.
Oh.
I don't know what kind of weed
It
it
works
is
for
normally.
me.
Yeah. You know, pause it and go downstairs and roll it because I gotta gut this real out.
You wanna gut it on the table? We can figure it out later.
I'll keep it going. I'm just rolling.
So what
I
is
could
it?
give you more Texas history, dog.
Yeah.
Don't have me
Please roll
start.
the.
And where do you
roll
buy
the-
these? Like, because weed is not legal here.
What are you talking? Drugs?
Where do you buy weed at?
Weed isn't legal.
Where do
in
you
Texas,
buy
right?
weed at?
I buy it from my friend.
Yeah, we buy it from
Weed,
our
I don't think
friends.
so.
It's legal in Norway.
It's not legal.
It's not legal?
No.
Yeah.
You think it's legal here?
I mean, why are you so fascinated about the illegality of weed when you live in a place where it's illegal?
Like, because the most, a lot of states in the US has made it legal.
Oh, you want to know what it's like to be legal? I can tell you about that.
Yeah, please.
Here I go with some weed history.
It's going to become legal in Norway sooner or later.
Yeah, why are you guys so slow with that, man?
It's because of your movies that you show us. So people grow up and thinking as like, people get fucked up on it.
Hopefully, if you do it right.
Yeah.
Wait, you're trying to do drugs and not get fucked up?
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess fucked up is very variable in meaning.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the argument about public transit? Because you have a very right-wing haircut, but you're very pro public transit. So do you think like we could decouple public transit from politics and just make it about practicality and shove it down these Americans' throats?
Wow, this is not a 1 a.m. question. But I kind of like it in Austin. If I had a car, I would appreciate like being here and having.
But isn't it ridiculous you have to have like this high-tech piece of equipment to get around? The most simple thing that humans do, get around.
Yeah.
And you need like an exoskeleton and roads and like tools and bridges and everything.
This is live on YouTube right now, right?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Brian Redband, I know you're watching, you fucking creep.
Brian isn't watching.
He watches everything.
Brian is.
He watches everything and then he reports to Tony. Tony, you know, thing.
Well, let's just say really nice things. Then he won't have anything to report.
Yeah, we like videos of your girlfriend twerking, dude.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it a joke? She was just doing it
I'm joking too.
because
I love this. I love Janice. We can't smoke in here though, right?
not yet. You wanna
I'm ready, bitch.
stick it up your ass?
You're killing me. That shit's hilarious.
You wanna just go downstairs and smoke it real quick? We can put this on P.
Sure.
Brian is streaming right now too. We're competing with Brian.
Brian Simpson?
Brian.
He has like a VR show, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Is this
gonna
in
play.
VR?
I've done VR before.
Yeah, that shit made me dizzy.
Okay, we'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for everything that you're doing for us.
Hello.
Good night.
Hola, buenas noches. Bienvenidos.
Welcome
En
to the
vivo.
podcast. Why is it so loud from this mic?
Oh, yeah, that does sound pretty loud.
This mic. Wow, you're loud too. Hello, 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 hello.
Hola.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello.
Head off.
Hello, 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 hello. Hank,
Holla, holla. Yes, sir. Oh, wait, that went down too much.
hey, what do you think about the economy?
Man, I wish people would be focusing more on making craft methamphetamines instead of craft beer. I think the economy would be
think-
better.
You think that we should do more crazy drugs?
Maybe. We were a better country when we were crystallizing Sudafed, not turning banana breads into IPAs. That's my opinion.
Banana breads into IPAs. So you wish for the 90s to come back?
Late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, man.
Wow.
That was a good time.
What do you like so much about Aaron Carter and
You killed me with that.
pixie dust? What is that called? The sugar, little packets
Pixie
of sugar?
stick.
Pixie stick.
Yeah, man. That was the gateway to drugs for me, man. I used to pretend that was like coke that I was doing. Then like a few months later, I was actually doing coke.
Oh, few months. So
yeah,
you
from
went
I think I started that substance in like 8th grade.
pixie dust.
Pixie dust and then coke. 8th grade.
That was a crazy 8th grade. You went from 0 to 100.
Nah, not yet. Back then the coke was a little better than it is now. I feel like back then we had real cocaine. Now it's like just like ketamine nowadays. It ain't the real ketamine, dog.
So you went from pixie dust to real cocaine.
That's right. I guess
That's a lot.
there's a lot.
What happened?
My life has been a lot. What happened? Summer school happened. I think that's when I did it. I got kicked out of summer school for being high on mushrooms and laughing my ass off. Me and my friend Kevin. There was a
Sounded
Sonic.
like it started before summer school. If you're doing
Yeah, true.
summer school and doing mushrooms at summer school, I never did mushrooms or summer school.
Yeah, I was retarded, so I did summer school.
Retardo.
Retardado, like my people would say.
I think that you should do whatever you want to do.
Thanks, dog. I feel that I should too, and I feel like you should do the same thing too.
Retardo.
Are you deleting that or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
None of this is going out.
I'm interested.
We're
I
just
figured.
having a private conversation.
Yeah, I figured.
Just kidding. It's going out.
Yo, so how do you feel about the?
The N words.
No, no. The Namibians.
Boobians.
Nubians. Nah, Namibia. The people from Namibia. the country.
Namibia.
They're Namibians, right?
Nabibimi.
Namibia.
Have you ever had a nebimectomy?
Nah,
It's where you
dude.
get all your Namibians parts cut out. That's what they say. If you're a Namibian immigrant and you're acting too white, they're like, oh, he had a nebimectomy.
Get that shit out.
Namibamectomy.
Damn.
Namibamectomy. Namibamectomy.
Nabibamectomy.
Namibamectomy.
Nabibamectomy. Nabibamectomy. Nabibamectomy.
Namibamectomy. That's what they have. In Korea, it's called a Koreanectomy.
What do they call it for Native Americans?
They say you're not real, you're probably just Mexican.
Back to the reservation.
They say you don't exist anymore as a people.
That's right.
We exterminated you quite ruthlessly.
Straight up.
It's like, oh yeah, they wrote like Native Americans are scum and we should exterminate them. But it's like to actually have your president say that is like a whole nother level.
Yeah. It's there's only 2 countries in the history of the world that have required citizens to measure their blood quantum, and that was Nazi Germany, and second was the United States with Native Americans.
Well, Hitler got a lot of his ideas from
Extermination of the Native Americans. Yeah, that's a fact, sir.
And British concentration camps. They're the first to have concentration camps, the British in Africa somewhere.
Oh,
Germany was sort of late to the imperialism game.
I would have guessed it was like the Dutch, but I think that because I just think of like King Leopold and how horrible he was, but I'm sure he wasn't the first one.
I'm sure that he wasn't. He was just doing what everyone back then was doing. It was like, hey, if I don't cut off these people's hands,
somebody else will.
Yeah.
And they won't get the rubber.
Yeah. You know who got most of the benefits from that is his mistress.
Yeah? How
so? Was milking him. She was just fucking him and taking all his money. So all these poor fucking Congolese were working for the queen. For this bitch.
For the
God
not even
knows
the queen,
what.
the mistress, dog.
Look. But the thing is, like, back then, they didn't have good shit. They didn't have, like, DoorDash. So she was spending money on, like, silk cots from China and shit.
Yeah, on silk from Turkey. Who needs that?
So, like, yeah, like, I bet it did a lot.
Blades from Syria.
That would have been dope. I don't think she was into that.
You never know.
So how was your night comedy?
Comedy wise, it was all right, man. I quit at the end, so I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. I went to challenge.
Well, that's a good time to quit. Is at the end.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't quit at the middle.
True.
But every end could have been a middle if you didn't quit.
It was fun though, man. I went to challenge Mike, and then I went over to Anderson Mill.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Back to my roots.
Anderson Mill.
Yeah, you gotta go see Mike Hudak every now and then.
Is that where the guy went in with a gun and shot 3 bullets, missed every single one?
I don't think the gun went off. I think
I think it did.
okay. Either way, yes, that is where the guy went and didn't kill nobody and then left.
It was such beta energy. No, he got tackled. He got
Oh, did he?
arrested. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Okay, maybe.
There was a video.
It may be multiple times at this place. It has that energy.
Anderson Mill Pub. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
people. That's where people are. It's like a pub for people. It's in a strip mall.
Bro,
There's no public
that's where
transit there.
people are. That is, you're not lying. Like
That's
downtown,
who-
yeah,
that's a thermometer.
yeah.
It's like a core sample. Just look, this is
the
people.
heartbeat of America's people.
Yeah, that's
Pulse.
who. That they're not faking anything.
No,
They're
they're not.
there because
That's why I like that room.
that's the best place for them to be at that point.
But I couldn't stay there till 1 o'clock in the morning to do.
It was a long list.
It was a long. I was. Ah, man, I just.
Hello.
Hello. Works?
I hope so. What do you think is the worst part about the life of a comic?
Well, the worst part is I think I have a belief like in how we should live and what you should do, and I kind of believe like a good life would be like you have stability and like routines. So like if you have like a constant routine, you can put things into it. But it's working. No, like if you're big and you can have people around you and you can just like you can set up like your whole next year. I'm going this tour, doing this, and you have people booking it for you. It would probably work. But like if you're in my position, I'm like I know, I understand how it works, and you always have to be like open for opportunities. Like for example, being here, if I didn't go to the creek after Vulcan, I wouldn't be here. Like you know that you have to be around, you have to try to be in the right situation so you can get opportunities. So you kind of doing that. But if like I would be in a position where
You want to have like a clock in, clock out. I'm here at
I don't
this
want
time.
it, but I think like if I had it, I probably would be have a better health and
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so that's why you're attracted to comedy is because it's sort of like
that's fucked up.
fucked up like you are.
Yeah. But it's the freedom also.
Yeah.
Like I'm attracted to it, but like I remember like I felt like I was not having a routine, and then I started comedy and I went all in. I was like, fuck yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. And then I was like 1 year in, I got sick. Like I don't know what you call it in English, but I got like colitis.
I think we call it colitis.
Yeah, okay. You know,
It's like a
you bleed out of the
intestine.
Yeah. So it's like after I started comedy, it took a few weeks, and I was like shitting blood, and I was like fucked up. But I was like, still gonna do it. But I had a good life before I started comedy. I had a job in Norway, you know, and I had a girlfriend, and I was like, I was all good. But when I started comedy, I was like, fuck, this is what I'm gonna do, no matter what.
Because it gave you a purpose. It gave you something larger.
Yeah.
Something that you could work towards, that you could improve at every day.
Yeah.
And there's a forward progress.
There's no limit, so it's pretty like
It's
I don't know what the
open-ended.
English word, but it's like it's tempting. It's like cool because it has no limits.
It's
and-
tempting and cool.
Yeah,
So it's like seductive and
Yeah.
dangerous.
yeah. And I have ADHD also, so it's like it
Yeah.
works pretty fine for me. It's like attractive. It's like a drug, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I think in the future we're all gonna have things that would help a person with ADHD have fun, because there's no point in sitting at an office and
No,
putting in
no.
numbers all day.
No,
So that can be done by a computer, and then soon the only thing that will be humans would have to do is stuff that we like to do. We wouldn't have to be
Yeah.
forced to do anything. So if you could do anything, what would you do? It's like talk to people.
Yeah.
And learn, because humans are the most interesting thing to other humans. Like you could have like a supernova exploding, but if you
Yeah.
have like just a person talking, that's more interesting to us.
yeah. But that's like also I heard a quote. Somebody said like if the thing you should do is the thing that if you didn't even get money for it, if you could do whatever you want, you would still do it.
Yeah.
And that's like comedy. If I don't get paid, like I pay money
It's
to be an
something
awesome.
that is fun to do.
Yeah. I
Like-
would still do it.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Like a rapper. Like I would
Yeah.
I would be a rapper. It's
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
You should pick something that's fun to do. You shouldn't do something just because you want to make money or because you're trying to survive.
No.
It's like we have survival figured out. We know how to survive. It's not that impressive to survive.
Yeah.
But that's all these fucking people are trying to do is survive, and they're trying to use like comedy to survive, and it's like, okay, well, that's
Yeah.
not really what it's about.
No, you kind of have to do comedy because you love it.
Yeah.
You don't. You shouldn't like look at it that way. You should be like, you can tell pretty fast when you meet people. It's like, is this a hobby for you? Do you think like, oh, I'm just gonna do it like a few times and I'm gonna go
Yeah,
big,
like
or are you all in?
after a bad set, do you feel horrible and hate yourself? Or after a bad set, are you like, well, you know, I tried.
It
I had
depends.
fun.
I feel bad if like somebody like if I did bad today and I knew that you were watching me and Cam Patterson was watching me and I would do bad. I would feel bad because of that. But like doing comedy where around people who knows me and I do bad in front of the audience, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, your sense of scale of what you care about changes when you do comedy. Because when you first go up, you're like, oh my God, these 10 people are going to judge me. But then you can do like
Yeah.
300 people and you bomb, and you're like, well, they were cold and they're just unsurly. They were surly and just in a bad mood, and they were just so anxious and just
Yeah.
they're like a shitty little dumb.
But you should never like blame the audience. Like I
Exactly,
know it's
but if you
different
do, you're
audience.
breaking yourself.
Yeah.
So if you do it, then you're like, oh, you're doing it because you're acknowledging the limits of your self-worth.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you can do it, but it comes at a cost.
Yeah.
Because if you don't blame the audience, if you blame the audience, then you don't get better. And it
Yeah,
should
you will.
always be about getting better.
Yeah, it could be the audience fault. It could be like a shitty crowd and everybody hates you because they know you or something. But still, like if you think that way, it's not going to help you.
Yeah.
You're not going to get better.
You can't think accurately. You
No.
got to think illogically
Yeah,
in a way that will benefit you.
yeah, and it's all your fault.
You just gotta force yourself to be an idiot so that you can
Yeah,
get better.
yeah,
Like, you know, oh, that was so rough, but you can get him next time. You just gotta have the right attitude. And
yeah,
it's like to be in that mind state for a long period of time. It's like, you know, it's not sustainable. I don't think.
yeah,
At some point, you just gotta be like, okay, whatever. The audience is gonna do what they're gonna do, so let me just, you know,
yeah.
do what I'm gonna do artistically and
all the
explore
audience is
myself
like
sexually.
they have a personality, and every time it's like a new person you have to have a conversation with. It's not like 200 people. It's just like actually just one person. It's a because they gain like this. This is our mentality. This is what we're having fun with, and you got to figure it out, and that's your job. And if you don't do it, like it could be like the audience didn't fit you, but what you look for is what you're gonna find. So if you look for fault anywhere else, you're gonna see it because there's a lot of fault and things that are wrong with the things around you. But if that's where you're looking, you won't see what you're doing wrong.
Yeah, you're an individual. You are
Yeah.
not a collective being. You
No.
can't care about other people more than you care about yourself. And I think that's something that Americans get right. Maybe too right.
Yeah. Too right.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like collective is most helped by individuals succeeding and doing well. So even if you are thinking about the collective, you have to think about yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like a football team, you know.
Yeah, and I think in like I don't know what Norway is like, but Korea, you know, it's a little oppressive and like people don't feel free to be who they are. They feel like the need to be helping Korea.
Is that true?
Yeah,
I felt
for
like
sure.
South Korea was like pretty like a liberal place.
I mean, it's a capitalist hellhole.
It is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's in debt and like everyone's working like 60, 70 hours a week
Ah, shit.
from what I see on Vice.
Yeah, from what you see on Violet. Yeah, but you've been
But
right.
I've been, yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't do a survey or anything. It's hard to figure out what's going on in
Yeah.
a country. But yeah, they do work crazy hours and then they get drunk as fuck every weekend.
Yeah, it sounds
and then they
like
do it again.
sounds like a sailor in Norway.
Yeah.
Crazy hours and drunken but every
That's
day.
crazy. You're a sailor. You
Yeah,
know, there's a lot of sailors from Norway in Seattle, where I'm from.
it is.
Yeah.
Is that like a port in Seattle?
Yeah, that's where everyone from Alaska lives, and then every winter they go up to Alaska to get crabs and lobsters and
Oh.
shit.
But I would imagine they would go in summer.
I don't know. I think that's when they're the fattest because they gotta fatten
Uh,
up for the winter. So that's when they
okay.
pluck them.
Huh. It's weird.
But yeah, there's a huge Norwegian community in Ballard.
I heard like Minnesota. They have like I think it's Minnesota. Was with the big lake? What's
Yes.
that called? Lake
Wait. What'd
Michigan.
you say? Illinois, Lake
Like,
Michigan.
yeah, Lake Michigan is the big one, right? Up
Probably.
north.
I don't know.
And the state there, either way, like
Which
there's just
state was this?
I think
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin or
Yeah.
Minnesota or something. They have more Norwegian people than we do Norwegian people in Norway. So it's kind of weird. Like the
Yeah.
most of
But they're all diluted.
yeah,
You gotta like take pure Norwegian blood.
yeah. But
See how
they
much
like
of
to
it-
say like I have played with. I was supposed to. I started texting with people there, and I was gonna set up a Norwegian show there, and we
Nice.
would have sold out because everybody there says like, "Oh, I'm Norwegian," and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's diaspora. It's like, I'm technically Korean, but if I go back to Korea, they call me a kyopo,
yeah."
which is
But
like you're not one of us.
Yeah, you're not one of us.
You don't think like us.
Yeah,
You're not.
yeah,
You want to be. You look like us. You're a daywalker.
yeah.
It's like
I have a friend in Norway who has a joke about that. He's like a immigrant from Pakistan, I think, and he's like, yeah, but he comes here and it's like, oh, because he feels Norwegian, but they're like, oh, you're a foreigner, and he hangs out with the foreigners and like, oh no, you're from Bergen, and then he goes back to the motherland, and they're like, no, you're a foreigner. It's like he has nowhere to fit
he
in.
has no home.
No, no.
He
home.
needs to be right in between Pakistan and
Yeah,
Norway.
yeah. You got to be on a flight.
That's where he's the most
at the
comfortable.
airport. Feels right at home.
Yeah, that is probably where he's the most accepted because he speaks both languages. He looks like one, but is the other, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad. These fucking freaks. We should stop creating them because they're just living tortured lives. We should just put them out of their misery.
Yeah, assisted suicide should definitely be a thing. And
Isn't
should be
it
like,
really hot though?
Who?
Like half people. They take the best from every gene.
yeah. Like if you mix races, that
Yeah.
you get the strongest genes.
Yeah.
That's the whole evolution theory is based on it. That's why.
Strength of a white and the cunning of an
Yeah.
ape.
And
The
the speed.
Pakistani, the explosion of a Pakistani and the
Mind of Asian.
what is this? Norway
Norway. That's strength.
and the social cohesion of Norwegians. So, could you explain your transit system? Like, do you take a bike to the subway or do you just hop on a bus and go on a subway or
We have a really big bus system. So like, if you
is it
live in
diesel
Bergen,
bus or is it electric or is it
I think
do you have,
we
like,
have
the
some electric.
train like the electrical wires above the
I
bus?
used to do that for buses, but now we have like I don't know if tram is the right word, but it's a train that goes slow. It's like in
Light
San
rail?
Francisco, you know,
Yeah, it's a light rail. It's
light
like
rail. Yeah,
on the surface.
yeah, and everything is like located where we built it, and also
Streetcar.
except from that, like we have the city center, and you have like this bus station, and it goes buses everywhere, and have like this perfect system. So it's like if I want to go somewhere, it's just like you can easily just get on a bus, and you'll be there as quick as a car.
So is it like a center and then everything goes out from there?
Yeah.
And then
But you
there's
also
the
have
main
like
road.
individual. It's like perfectly created. So it's been through the years. Like every other year, they will like change it
Yeah.
so it will fit like where people are going and where the businesses are. So it's
Because
like
bus stops are easy to make. It's not like a subway
No,
stop.
just a fucking sign. It's-
Yeah.
Here's the bus.
Hopefully there's like shade and benches, but
No, you don't need shade in Norway. That's like if
they
the
just
sun is
move
out.
the sign a little bit
Yeah,
further.
you just need. We have actually glass roofs on most of the bus stops.
That's good.
So it catches the rain, but can still get the sun. If it is
It's
one.
cold there.
Yeah, and
in
it's never
Texas,
sun.
Yeah. You wouldn't want clear roofs. That'd be bad.
No, here it would be like you could. It
You
would be
know-
like a what's it called? Drive house.
A greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
Yeah, greenhouse effect.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So they have a spoke system, a center hub and spoke system. And
Probably.
light rail, you said there's only one line of light
Yeah.
rail. What city is this?
Bergen. It's the west
Bergen.
coast of Norway.
Okay.
We used to be the capital, and it's actually the most beautiful city in Norway. So if anybody from Norway is watching this and you don't agree, fucking suck my dick.
So you believe this strongly, so it's probably true.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
you have
actually true.
confidence in it.
Yeah, it's pretty confident on that one.
So what's the other Norwegian city? Because Bergen isn't like my go-to city about
Should be.
Scandinavia. I know
Should be.
Stockholm, that's Sweden.
Bergen is
I
so much
know
better.
that's I don't know another
It's bigger.
Scandinavian
Stockholm is
city,
bigger.
of course.
Yeah, but it's like
Bergen
also
is-
is Sweden, and those people are not so much fun. They're not famous for comedy.
What is what's the capital in Norway?
It's Oslo.
Oslo.
Yeah, it's a good city.
Yeah.
It's a lot
I
of
know
stand up there. A
Oslo.
lot of stand up. Have you been?
Wow. No.
No, but you should come.
I haven't even been close.
Well, could you ever come to Norway? You think?
I could definitely come to Norway. I would love to ride the public transit.
Yeah.
This
I'll show you
drives me
around.
crazy living here.
Why?
It's so annoying.
Why?
Because I have to have a car everywhere. I have a giant
Oh.
van and a moped. I don't want to.
You have a moped.
Yeah.
I just said, like, why don't more people here have a fucking moped?
Because it's fucking dangerous.
Yeah, okay.
You're,
It's dangerous.
you're standing in the middle of the road on this little thing,
Yeah,
and there's like giant trucks all around you.
yeah. I actually almost died on my way over. My Uber driver also, he was like, we just survived together. We were driving and he was driving really fast, and this car just crossed the fucking road, and it was like this sidewalk. He jumped his car over and he was facing us straight. So my Uber driver have to go into the ditch, and this guy, he turns and we just fucking barely missed him. We were about to crash while I was traveling up here. You guys are fucking crazy.
It's dangerous, and
Yeah.
it's all just to go get a, carton of milk.
Yeah.
It's like, why do we have to get into death machines that
Yeah.
can murder babies?
And they don't even have health insurance. It's like, what the fuck you doing?
You don't have health insurance. You strap yourself into
Yeah.
a rocket just to go
Yeah.
anywhere. Yeah, it's like it's good if you have the funds to navigate it correctly, but you need like the correct tools for the job, and not everyone can afford it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I would love to go to Norway just to ride it and just be like feel what it's like to be in an ecosystem or like a city that's just like working, like everything's
Yeah.
moving where you want it to be. Because if you imagine people as like a package, and you're
Yeah.
like, how do I get this package from here to here every day? There's 700,000 packages that go from this part of town to this part of town every day. How would you get it across? You wouldn't be like, hey, why don't I put them individually in a car and
Yeah.
then just send them on a giant traffic convoy over there? You'd be like, put them in a train or something, or make a zip line, or like a gondola.
Or drone.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah. You fly drones, don't you?
I love drones.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I got a new one. I lost mine. I was flying it and then I lost signal. I don't think I put the antenna on tight enough.
Yeah.
I think it just fell off. So
But is it
stupid.
legal here? Can you just fly a drone anywhere?
Yeah, it's Texas.
It's Texas. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I try
Crazy.
to embody as much of the Texas spirit into like being rebellious, but they don't give a fuck about drones. It's not very Texan to be into
Oh.
drones. But I'm trying to be.
But
make it a
imagine
thing.
like people would shoot it.
Yeah, that's Texan.
Yeah.
Because technology, it's like a fancy toy. I don't need it.
Yeah.
It's like they're suspicious of technology because they know it's not there to help them. They know
Yeah.
new technology is going to be used to try to fuck them over. So they don't love technology and
No.
drones.
I respect that. It's
Yeah.
not all good with technology.
Yeah.
I like it. I use it, but
Well, I think there needs to be a balance between people that are
Yeah.
skeptical and people that aren't. And
I think
there's
so too.
Too
Yeah.
many people that are skeptical, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Because
We
like
need a break on this shit.
break.
Yeah, like something to like keep something like to speak the values of not having it, because it's not all good.
Yeah, it keeps you centered. So
Yeah.
that you're like, oh, remember how it was back when we didn't have it? We can always go back to that. So if
Yeah.
it's worse now, then we should always compare.
Yeah.
Like, is it getting better or worse?
But I see like I have kids, they're 12 years old, and like
You have twins?
yeah, twin boys, and like they can shout out to Leonardo and Teodoro. Yeah, they're gonna love
Cool.
this. It's my kids.
Oh,
but
that was their names?
yeah, and like they're doing better than me. Like,
What do you mean?
Because when we grew up, like I'm born in '92, and
Oh,
like
nice.
the people who grew up before us, the jobs they took school for and the system they grew up in was the same system that was there when they were like in their 20s. But
Mhm.
when we grew up, it was like, okay, so this is a diskette. I don't know what you call it, but those, the save icon. Like we had to learn how to use those hard drive
The
things.
floppy disk,
Floppy
three and
disk,
a
yeah.
half inch.
Like, but then we changed it and it was like CDs. We were burning CDs, and then it was like USB, and it's like
MP3s.
everything was changing. But now it's like kind of stable. It's like
It was iPods, and now
yeah,
it's just your phone.
yeah. It had a Discman also. Like, we've been through a lot of changes.
And for them, they're just like, it's gonna be an
Yeah,
iPad.
yeah. They grow
It's
up
gonna
as
be
a
a
phone.
better
Yeah,
iPad.
but it's just gonna be a little bit faster. Like things are not like rapidly
How much
changing.
better can you get than an iPad?
You can.
Is that the perfect invention?
Like people are imagining like the VR is the next. Like you want it in your glasses. Like
Yeah. It's
yeah,
like we don't need it. We can draw 3D on a 2D surface so
Yeah.
that it looks 3D.
yeah. But still,
Okay.
I still think I'm gonna be wanting the phone so I can put it away. You know,
Yeah.
you want a phone.
Okay, are you telling me?
Yeah, yeah, but it's
I
better.
want a phone? Yeah, I do want a phone. I love a phone.
But I wouldn't want it like in my glasses.
Oh yeah. You want to have it like here, but
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's annoying to hold it. Maybe they could just invent like a jetpack for an iPad, and then you could just have it like hovering in
Yeah,
front of your face.
hovering, yeah, yeah. And you can mind control it, so you wouldn't have to swipe all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah,
It's like a drone.
yeah,
There's a feature on the drone where you can make it follow you, and
Yeah.
it knows which side is your front, left,
Yeah.
and right. So you can follow my left side. I can do that. So you
Yeah.
can do that with an iPad,
yeah,
and then you don't need a whatever because you can whatever you see is gonna look 2D to you anyways. It's just like you can draw anything.
yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, what do you think about sound overly compressed or clipping?
What sound?
I hate audio stuff. The sound for this podcast. Filters. Wait. Okay, hopefully that sounds better. Wi-Fi and body fluids is the next big thing.
Wi-Fi and body fluids.
Is the next big thing. Caps big.
Caps big. But what does that mean?
It means that your blood is gonna have ability to access the internet and be like,
what?
hey,
Yeah, well, somebody have to explain that one. How?
I mean, what do you mean how?
Your blood?
Your blood is gonna, I mean, it's gonna, I think what they think they're, I think what they think, I think what, I think what they're saying.
You think what they think what?
I think what they think,
Yeah.
which is I think that they're saying is wife blood is gonna be able to communicate what's happening inside of it. It's not gonna have sentience to like send you an email like, "Hey, I'm more."
Yeah, but yeah,
You
we'll
could
get
put a
spam.
little bot on top of it to be like, "Hey, if your blood pressure is this high, have say this in a sarcastic tone or something."
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So you're just gonna be able to know what your blood is doing, and every little part of you, you're gonna be like, "Whoa, my pancreas is having higher levels of pancreatitis today."
Yeah.
And you're gonna know mathematically everything that you're feeling, and then
That's kind of like the smartwatches they have now.
yeah,
Like they're so advanced, like with checking like the pressure and like the O2 level and the way you're moving, they can tell a lot about your health.
yeah,
So like if you can stick something in and you can read the blood, you can get a lot of info. That's what we're doing now. Like if you want to
Yeah,
know how your
pretty
health
much.
is, you check the blood.
But what if you didn't even have to stick anything in? What if like there was a way for blood to transmit signals? You just be like, "Hey, blood, put some hemoglobins together
Yeah.
and emit a Wi-Fi signal to me."
This is sci-fi. This
I don't
is,
know, Rick.
it feels like
What
we
is
just,
Wi-Fi?
No.
Why can't you make Wi-Fi organically?
but this is not a question for me to answer. I'm not supposed to defend it, but
Well,
like if you
try
can,
to-
if somebody said this is how you do it, I would be like, okay, show me. But just thinking about it, I'm
I
like,
mean, I don't even know how TV works.
no, yeah, exactly. And you're trying to discuss if blood can send Wi-Fi signals.
I think blood can do anything because blood is what powers all of us.
Yeah, you sound like a vampire.
Yeah, what if the blood is the new thing? Like you're really into blood.
Yeah,
Blood. I don't think blood is that important.
no.
You know that Theranos lady tried to do a lot of stuff with blood.
Who?
Theranos. It's this scammer who got a lot of people to pay her money, like Warren Buffett invested in her, and she was like, I can just pinprick your finger and get a little drop of blood, and I can tell you when you're gonna, die of cancer.
Oh,
And turns out it doesn't work because you need way more blood than a little bit.
oh, so they debunked her. Like,
Yeah, she was just trying to make money.
yeah, of course. Like,
Yeah.
you can't know that. But there's a lot of people who pretend to be psychic also, and people fucking believe it. So I imagine like she who goes the extra mile and fucking gets your blood, gets more
Yeah.
views.
That's all religion is now. It's just businesses and angel
Yeah.
investors.
It's just answers. Like people have questions. People don't like to be in an environment where they feel things they can't explain. So when something provides an answer, like religion, they will gobble it up and be like, okay, this answers all my questions. So I'm happy.
Now I can focus on
Yeah.
trying to fuck my
Yeah. Fucking my
wife.
wife.
That's the only good way to end the house.
Yes, yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
my donkey, my dog.
There was a lot of things running through. My wife is
My crush.
yeah,
My victim.
my little honey boo boo. Yeah.
Um
But you have a girlfriend right now, right?
yes.
Yeah. The white girl.
The white girl is doing great.
Oh, the other one?
Very close with her.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I only have one girl. She's white.
Cool.
The white girl, what if you had every race of girl in your
And you're Mormon and you can have like
Rolodex?
each.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Is that what you'd go for, a race, or would you go for? I would go for like type.
What type? Body type?
Like skater chick, and then I'd have like
Like every hobby in the world.
yeah, like a chick that's into drones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
But a
would
skater
love
chick
to-
would be into drones though.
hopefully
I would do all nationalities.
192 bitches
Yeah.
from every country.
Yeah, and the Russian chick would have all the babies.
Why?
I don't know. They dip them in the river
they're
over there.
tough.
Yeah, they're tough. But you know why?
Yeah, those are the physically the best to incubate your baby in.
Yeah, probably. I think, but I also like if I were to like say exactly, I think like Norwegians or Scandinavians have the best genes because we were like the first to like mingle with the races, like traveling abroad and bringing women back. So it's like a
Oh, I didn't know.
so that's why we have like strong genes.
So you're talking about the Vikings.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the Vikings?
We liked it. We liked the history. That's
We
like
like
that.
the
That's what puts us
violence.
on. Yeah, but like cultural history, you also have to have like understanding that it's also like cultural. You have to understand like the was it? I don't know the word for it, but like the cultural time also, like how people were thinking.
Yeah, what it was
people-
like back then, and
Yeah,
how
you have
it
to
was
understand
a
like
normal thing
yeah.
to do to survive.
Yeah, and they're
they were
not
just
different
really
from
good
us,
at
yeah.
it.
We would do the same. Like a good guy that
wouldn't.
day is not the same as what we say. Oh, he's a nice guy. He
But
would be a
wasn't there someone in the Viking tribe that's like, okay, yeah, you guys can do that. It's kind of not my vibe. I'll just stick around and work on the finances
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, put up
Like,
a
I'll be that
protest,
guy.
peace and love.
There
Stop the
has to
war.
be.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it's a
No.
warrior culture, which I think is cool because they are badass and they'd be like, well, fuck you. Like they can teach us how to say fuck you to things. But then like all the art and the math and the culture, it doesn't really flow.
we had runes. We had like
Yeah, I'm not
drawings.
saying like before or after it was great, but I think warrior cultures are sort of like like Sparta.
Yeah.
It's like hard to do other things. I mean, they have Odin and Thor and all that. I don't know when that
Yeah.
came in.
Ah,
There's like a lot of great culture, but I think like if you're as a society focused on bullies, and you don't really foster your nerds that much.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you guys are doing a lot of nerd fostering now.
Now, yeah, it's a completely different time. It's not the, it's
You
not
need to foster your
uh,
nerds.
it's not a lot of Vikings in Norway now.
Yeah.
We did great during
Where did
World
they all
War.
go? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Germany was trying to go up your little
Yeah, the
fjords.
first battle they lost was in Norway.
Yeah.
So
Was that when they were trying to go up the little chute and then they were just like firing on them from the
I think so.
islands?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Narvik.
Narvik.
A dog
Yeah.
or is a guy?
The dog guy.
That dog guy.
Bit of a dog. Yeah, but you want to call it?
Yeah, I'm
We've done
good.
an hour 15,
Hour 15. That's awesome, man.
including the smoke break.
Yeah,
Okay, well, yeah, I think I should go rest.
yeah. Me too, man.
All right. Peace.
Hey, thanks for having me. You're great.
Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, you're awesome, man.
You're awesome.